Thank you for tuning in to this channel. I am committed to bringing you the latest updates on politics, policy, and governance issues in Kenya and beyond. If you're watching for the first time, please go ahead and hit the like and subscribe button so that YouTube can recommend to you other videos of this nature. Now, in this video, I want us to look into how three groups of key government officials currently have their jobs at stake, either as a result of political temperatures or as a result of their own making. And without any further ado, let's get after it. The first item is that reports are now emerging that Public Service CS Justin Muturi will either be forced to resign or will be fired by William Ruto after his blatant broad daylight attack on the president over high-end abduction cases. The video is here.
The security sector has said that they are not involved in the abductions, but interestingly, they have failed to stop them as they are happening in full public glare. The president has equally said that he would want to see the abductions end. Kenyans want to know how many of our youths have been taken in since the abduction started, how many have been released, how many are still being held, and where it is that they are being held. I stated categorically that it was not possible for the government to say that they did not know anything about the abductions, because that amounts to shunning its responsibility on accountability. In my view, the government cannot be excused for abdicating its duty of protecting the lives and property of the people of Kenya. The cardinal duty of the state and the government is to protect the lives and livelihood of its citizens, and cannot claim to be unaware of such serious breaches of the rights of Kenyans to live free from wrongful confinement and the violation of their inalienable right to life.
Now, it is not easy for a government official appointed by the president to gather such a courage of hitting the president head-on, and this clearly points us to two things. Either the CS has made up his mind that kui sera sera, the future is up and in the air, and whatever will happen, or the CS has seen that the clouds are gathering and he's not in good terms with the head of state, and soon he will be ousted, as did Ruto to Aisha Jumwa and Susanna Kumisha, among others. The second item is that one of William Ruto's senior economic advisors, Kuria, might face a disciplinary action after he publicly admitted on live TV that it is only the government of President William Ruto that has the capacity and resources to carry out the high-end abductions that we have seen in the recent couple of days. Take a look.
You know, we should have limits as a country. And this issue of abductions for me is a twin issue between two things. It's two sides of the coin. Of course, there is the issue of rule of law. Why would one resort to sorting out issues in a way that is outside the law, when we are a country that has, prided ourselves as a bastion of democracy? We've made a lot of progress. You look at our very troubled history on this issue. I have proclaimed myself privately within government circles. I have proclaimed myself publicly, got my social media post, that I think that abductions is not the way to go. I don't know who is doing the abductions, but let me add a rider here. For me, it doesn't matter who is doing. Irrespective of who is doing the abductions, only one party has got responsibility over the security, the safety, and the lives of all of us. That's the government that I serve. Okay? So for me, I'm unequivocal on that. That one, abduction is not the way to sort out grievances and disputes and unhappiness.
Now it seems like everybody, including senior government officials appointed by the president himself, is tired of the impunity, abductions, and forced disappearances of innocent Kenyans. People like Kuria actually admit that the government is carrying out the high-end abductions, but even still, he doesn't have the courage to actually condemn the president head-on, as did Public Service CS Justin Muturi in the video that you've just watched. The third group of senior government officials likely to face termination of the employment contract is contained in a list that has been doing rounds in social media, and I'm sure you might have come across it. We will just take a few seconds to skim through the list As to whether the list is legitimate or not, I will leave that to the social media police and the DCIs. Actually, Kenyans on social media are extremely good at that, having taught Uganda's President Museveni a lifelong lesson. Personally, I think there's some truth in the list that we're about to look at. The first in this category is the Principal Secretary in the Ministry of Education, Dr. Belio Kipsang, whom the President is reportedly planning to sack. The President may intend to do this in order to create ethnic balance, but again, there could be other underlying issues. Ladies and gentlemen, the list is long, but I just want to quickly mention the rest of the principal secretaries reportedly set to be sacked, and they include the following: Aurelia Rono, State Department for Parliamentary Affairs; Caroline Murage, State Department of Correctional Services; Ambassador Julius Bitok, State Department for Citizen Services; Patrick Mariro, Defense; Veronica Nduva, State Department for Gender and Affirmative Action; Mohamed Dagar, State Department for Transport; Joel Arumoyang, State Department for Public Works; Professor Edward Kisiangani, Department for Broadcasting and Telecommunications; Engineer Peter Tum, State Department for Medical Services; Dr. Joseph Mburu, State Department for Health Standards and Professional Management; Dr. Belio Kipsang, State Department for Basic Education; Beatrice Inyangla, State Department for Higher Education and Research; Philip Hassama, State Department for Crop Development; Hari Kimutai, State Department for Livestock Development; Alfred Ombudo, State Department for Trade; Abubakar Hassan, Department for Investment Promotion; Juma Muhwana, State Department for Industry; Patrick Kiburi Kilemi, State Department for Cooperatives; Ismail Mahdi, State Department for Youth Affairs; Eufantas Kimodo, State Department for Forestry; Sylvia Muhoro, State Department for Wildlife; Mohammed Bashir, Department for Culture and Heritage; Dr. Paul Rono, Department for Water and Sanitation; Gitonga Mugambi, Department of Irrigation; Alex Washira, Department of Energy; Mohammed Liban, Department of Petroleum; Geoffrey Kaituko, Department of Labor and Skills Development; Joseph Mutavi, Department of Social Protection and Citizen Services; Idris Dagota, Department of the Asals and Regional Development; Elijah Mwangi, Department for Mining; Shadrach Mwadime, Department for Shipping and Maritime Affairs. Ladies and gentlemen, at the end of the day, this is just but my opinion. Do let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comment section below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more informative content such as this. And if you're watching for the first time, please don't hesitate to reach out to me at personal level through the social media links available at the description of my channel. I am committed to informing, educating, and entertaining in a manner that mainstream media cannot. If you like my content, just check out my YouTube channel, and I guarantee you will be treated to a ton of recent content on policy, politics, and governance issues in the country. Right, guys, this is all that I had for you in this video. Let's meet up in the video that's coming right after this.